The commander saw that the new recruit was a bit chubby, so he went over and playfully punched him. Unexpectedly, the recruit let out two loud shouts, which startled the commander and his officers. After all, this was their superior. Even the commander himself was taken aback. He had never heard anyone speak to him like that in all his years of service. Seeing the recruit's clumsy demeanor, the commander decided to test his military skills. When he heard the recruit mention rescuing a hostage from a bandit, he burst into laughter. The other soldiers also looked at the recruit in disbelief. The commander then singled out the recruit to begin the demonstration. The commander casually picked up a gun. When the recruit saw which gun the commander had chosen, he felt a sense of despair. It wasn't his gun, but since the commander had selected it, he had no choice but to accept it. The commander, noticing the recruit's nervousness, deliberately chose an easy target for him. The recruit's shooting was indeed very accurate. He fired a single shot that struck the hostage right in the head. Surprisingly, he had actually rescued the bandit. The recruit quickly stood up to explain that the gun wasn't his. The commander, seeing the recruit's earnest expression, took the gun and tested it himself. Sure enough, the gun's trajectory was off. The commander was very curious. In a special operations unit filled with experts, it was unusual to find a gun with an abnormal trajectory. When the man stepped forward and admitted that the gun was his, the commander walked over and asked him why the gun's trajectory was off. The man explained that it was due to his personal preference. Seeing the commander's puzzled look, he began to explain why his gun was set to shoot slightly to the left. On the battlefield, if he were to fall, he didn't want the enemy to be able to pick up his gun and use it right away. If the sights were perfectly zeroed in, it could pose a threat. The commander, impressed by the man's confidence, decided to test his shooting skills. The man also wanted to regain the face he had lost earlier. The first trial was a 200-meter moving hostage target. When the man easily hit the first target, the commander increased the difficulty. The distance grew longer and longer. This not only tested the shooter's skill but also the sniper's ability to analyze the environment. The second trial was a 200-meter tank commander target. When the commander saw how slow the tank was moving, he ordered it to be driven at 60 miles per hour. With a distance of 200 meters and a speed of 60 miles per hour, the commander didn't believe the man could still hit the target. But the man demonstrated the level of his unit with a single, precise shot. The commander was very pleased and immediately praised the man, calling him a true gunmaster.